Is it time to sell my accountancy practice? This is a question I am asked on a regular basis. Timing is critical to maximizing the value in your practice, and for many of you, this will have been built up over decades. I'm Norman Younger, and as you can see, I've got a lot of experience in the accountancy sector, and I'm in contact with accountants like yourself every day. So, why does timing matter? Well, in any business sale, getting the timing right is critical, and an accountancy practice is no exception. It might be professional, but it's a business. Now, in accountancy, as you know, change is coming all the time and faster than ever. So, coasting along is not really an option going forward. Now is the time to confront the challenges and make an informed decision whether you need to retire. The main factors to consider are based around whether the practice itself is ready to be marketed, and the other one is whether this is truly the right time for you to retire on a personal level. So let's look at the challenges. Working patterns, people seem to be working later and longer than ever. Clients are becoming even more demanding, whether it's the hours or the speed of which they want a response. The pace of change is picking up. We've got social media now. It's like a battlefield sometimes to be heard. And new business is a problem finding because very often it's done on social media and even on Google, and how many firms get to page one. And to stay on top of it really is difficult. There's pricing pressure, as ever, and some of the main services which have been traditionally offered by general practice and now commoditized are done by IT or AI. Staff costs only head one way. Remote meetings. Who would have imagined it before COVID? But lots of clients are happy with that now, but not every accountant is. Got MTD, RTI, KYC, CPD. That's the ones we know about, and there's more to come, no doubt. So what about embracing change? Well, you need to find out what you need to do, obviously. You need to implement it, which can take time. You need to learn new skills, probably along the IT marketing side of things. It will come with a cost, especially if you need to get what I call the geeks involved on the IT side and keeping on top of all the website and search engine stuff. And they are, perhaps more importantly for an accountant, there are time costs. You may need to change the staff mindset, and certainly you may need to reset your own mindset. And whatever you do, you'll be experimenting all the time. You can't just sit back and assume it worked in the past, it'll work now. It's a changing, it's a moving feast, which is quite frustrating for many people. So what if you want to do nothing? Well, you will go into a slow decline in your practice. The value will dissipate over time. Your staff might get a bit edgy if they see you're falling behind. Clients can become unhappy if you're not moving with the times, especially in availability. And you'll probably get frustrated watching this happen, and eventually you will reach a tipping point. So what about selling? Well, obviously you need to get your practice sales ready, and it's important to understand where the value lies, which can be different in every practice. You'll need to replace the income you're losing, but that's a fact of retirement. You might decide to go for a part-time consultancy, hopefully stress-free sort of lifestyle. You might even be contracted by the buyer to continue part-time work. Or you could fully retire, play golf all day, do voluntary work, find a new hobby, whatever you want. And handling the transition to the new owner can take time. Some buyers will want it to happen over a longer period of time, some are shorter, and this is all part of negotiations. But whatever it's going to be, you have to avoid leaving it too late. So how do we time it to perfection? Well, let's be honest, it's impossible to pin it down when exactly is the best time, like many business deals. But you have to take advantages of the circumstances, when the market is strong, when your practice is in good shape, when your health is good. But you need to understand the time scale, which can vary according to the type of practice and according to location. Very important. But the main thing is to know your options, understand what's out there, and then you can make an informed decision. So I'd love to talk to you. There's how to get hold of me. There's no obligation, nothing. In fact, even if you sold your practice with me, it won't cost you anything. We're working on your behalf. We're negotiating for you, get you the best deal, but the buyer pays the fees at the moment because that's the way the market is, and that's what the market will tolerate, and that's what the buyers will accept. So I'm waiting for your phone call or your email, and I'd love to be of service to you. Thank you very much for listening to me.